Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's grand opening event of the Sellersville site that has now joined the Piramal Pharma Solutions team. I want to thank everybody for attending today. My name is Ken Yamashita. I am the Vice President and General Manager of the Piramal Pharma Solutions Sellersville site. As a reminder, we are under the COVID-19 protocol, so it is a requirement for all of us to be wearing our face masks, all right, at all times, and also to maintain the social distancing of the 6 feet. So this is a big day for us, a beautiful day here in Bucks County, in Sellersville, Pennsylvania. But for the team at Sellersville, the company, its customers, and patients that we serve, it is that big day that we start out being under Piramal Pharma Solutions. So Piramal is very dedicated to the success of the Sellersville site and has already committed to significant investment to support the growth of the site. So taking a look at the back history of the site, all right, it was back in 1945, there was a company called Lemon Pharmacal located in Sellersville who actually manufactured product here at the site starting in 1965. Lemon was an OTC and generic pharmaceutical company. And in 1985, Lemon sold the business to Teva. And this site actually over the years became Teva Pharmaceuticals' main site in the United States and became the headquarters in 1996. In 2015, Teva sold the site to a company named G&W Laboratories. So the acquisition of the site under Piramal Pharma Solutions is another great opportunity for the team here at Sellersville to contribute to the success of another company. And that just adds to what Piramal has already started. So the team is honored to be part of the Piramal Pharma Solutions team now, and very excited with the growth plans and also the investment that is planned for the site. And to date, since day one, we've already realized the opportunities that others see in the site and its capabilities. So now let's get started with today's activities. So first, I'd like to recognize our distinguished guests. First, Robert Harvey, who's the Bucks County Commissioner. Thomas Huffnagel, who's the Sellersville Borough Mayor. David Rivet, Sellersville Borough Manager. Alexander Potosny, Sellersville Borough Council Vice President. Robert Cormack, Bucks County Economic Development. Vicki McClatchy, Upper Bucks Chamber of Commerce. Peter Dukas, Dean Emeritus, Temple University College of Pharmacy. Dr. Jayanth Panyam, the Dean of Temple University College of Pharmacy. Ryan Oyster, from the Office of the United States Representative, Brian Fitzpatrick. And from Piramal, Mr. Peter DeYoung, the CEO of Piramal Global Pharma, who is joining us remotely from the United Kingdom. John Fowler, the Chief Operating Officer of Piramal Pharma Solutions. And Stu Needleman, Chief Commercial Officer of Piramal Pharma Solutions. And there's one other I did miss, Mr. Jim Miller, who's the Chairman, West Rock Hill Board of Supervisors. So here's what's coming today as part of our events. So next you're going to hear from words from Piramal Pharma Solutions senior management and guests. We'll follow that with the ribbon cutting ceremony to recognize we're officially up and running under Piramal Pharma Solutions. Then we're going to have a virtual tour of the site, which is going to be on the screen. And then for those who are still here, we invite you in person to have lunch with us afterwards. So next, I'd like to introduce our CEO, Mr. Peter DeYoung, who is joining us remotely from the United Kingdom.
Hello, everyone. I'm Peter DeYoung, CEO of Piramal Global Pharma. I'm really sorry that I cannot be here with you all today in person, but I'm thrilled to be able to participate remotely. As we've all come to learn in the past few months, we've had to adapt how we operate in the new normal. As Ken said, this is a big day for us at Piramal Pharma Solutions. We are a rapidly growing organization, and we take pride in the fact that we let our customers guide how and where we grow. The Sellersville facility is a great example of this. It was acquired because it addresses a market need for solid oral dosage form development and manufacturing in North America and the US. It also gives us new capabilities in creams, ointments, and liquids. As a leading CDMO offering end-to-end development and manufacturing solutions across the drug lifecycle, it's vital that we offer our customers a complete suite of services in all major geographies. That's especially true in today's climate, where the COVID pandemic is driving North American-based innovator companies to look more closely at onshore resources and more generally at a resilient supply chain. I'm proud to say that Sellersville represents the 13th site in our integrated global network of sites covering drug discovery, development, and manufacturing. 4 sites in North America, 2 in the UK, and 7 in India. With this acquisition, we now offer solid oral drug product development and commercial manufacturing in all of our major geographies, strengthening our ability to work globally with customers to reduce the burden of disease on patients. We've now successfully launched nearly 40 commercial products at our facilities globally, and we're really excited to partner with our customers as these additional pipeline products progress to commercialization. Our organization is both customer-centric and patient-centric, which allows us to work side by side with our customers and help them progress their products to their ultimate goal, which is reducing the burden of disease on patients. Sellersville represents the latest step in our growth strategy, with many more to come. To our customers, rest assured that we understand your needs and are doing everything we can do to address them. And of course, thank you so much for your business, faith, and trust in us. To our new team members located in Sellersville, welcome to the Piramal family. We are proud to have you on board and look forward to your contributions. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day.
Thank you, Peter. And now I'd like to introduce our first dignitary, Robert Harvey from the Bucks County Commissioner's Office.
Thank you, Ken. It's my honor to be here today representing Bucks County government and welcoming and congratulating Piramal on this new facility. Before I became a county commissioner in January, I spent 26 years as a high school social studies teacher. Geography was one of the major topics I taught. And contrary to what Jeopardy might tell you, geography is not just about memorizing capitals and river names. What I taught my students was the importance of geography in the sense of how it interrelated everybody. This county, since it was founded about 340 years ago, or excuse me, 360 years ago, has attracted people from all over the world, has attracted businesses from all over the world. Because of where it's located, the soil here attracted farmers, the climate did that as well. Proximity to the river, proximity to major cities, attracted businesses starting at the beginnings of the Industrial Revolution. We're proud here in Bucks County to still be attracting businesses like this one so that Bucks County residents can have places to work. Our townships and boroughs can benefit economically from the growth of places like this. And so that the medicines that are made here can quickly get to the people who need them. So we're proud to have Piramal here, congratulate them, and wish them the best of luck in the future. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you again for coming. This is a very special day for the Piramal family, and we appreciate the attention. My name is John Fowler. I'm the Chief Operating Officer at Piramal Pharma Solutions. And I guess the first thing I want to say is I'm a Pennsylvania boy. My family and I relocated a couple years ago to Southeast Michigan, and I have to say it's great to be back in Pennsylvania. My mom actually was born and raised in Bucks County, So I've got a long history with this area, and it's really, really good to be back. You know, as COO of the company, my primary job is to make sure patients get medicine. And certainly, you know, bringing the Sellersville plant into the family helps us accomplish that mission in a significant way. As you heard from Peter, this is the 13th plant in our global network, and it's the first solid oral facility in North America, and specifically in the U.S. There's a tremendous amount of interest, given current events, to have, you know, drug product development and manufacturing capability in the U.S. And this certainly, you know, rounds out our geographic, you know, presence and gives us a, you know, critical mass here in Pennsylvania. And, you know, the other thing is, you heard from Peter, it adds to the capabilities. You know, we can now do liquid creams, ointments. There's critical mass at this site. They have a long history of producing liquid creams and ointments. So we're really, really excited about the Sellersville plant. But I guess, you know, the thing that resonates the most with me really are all those people standing behind you in the background. Those are our employees, and, you know, many of them have the legacy and the history. I don't know if any of you were actually working for Lemon, but certainly, you know, with the Teva organization, and, you know, the team behind you have just done a fantastic job. You know, these investments are all about the people, and the regulatory track record that this site has had for decades has been pristine. You know, never had a major, you know, finding, warning letter, or anything like that from the FDA or any other medicine agency. And their ability to, you know, deliver and satisfy patient, customer needs has been unequal. So, you know, moving forward, you know, we're really excited about, you know, leveraging the talent pool that we have here, growing our presence here in Sellersville. We've got several, you know, investments that we're just embarking on to add, increase to the capabilities, and just, you know, make the plant better than it already is. So we've got a bright future, really excited about it, and thank you all again for coming. Now I'd like to introduce, you know, a personal friend, Peter DeYoung. He's a retired dean at Temple University, and his colleague, Giant Panyam, who took over for Peter. Peter's still on the faculty, but Temple University's been a force to be reckoned with in the Philadelphia area, you know, particularly the pharmacy school. They've developed and trained a lot of people, have contributed to the science, and it's just an absolute pleasure that, you know, both Peter and Giant, you guys could come here today. So thank you very much. Without further ado, you know, Peter DeYoung. Thank you.
Thank you very much, John, for that very friendly introduction. Good morning. Greetings from Temple University School of Pharmacy and from Temple University itself. Of course, the dean has just been introduced. I also bring you greetings from President Richard Englert, Provost Joanne Epps, and Vice President for Research, Michelle Masucci. So salutations to Piramal for joining us here about 30 miles north of Philadelphia. And thank you very, very much for honoring me by allowing me to participate in this auspicious event. I don't want to belabor the cost too much. The issue is this, that it's imperative that we develop a synergy between the corporate sector and academics. We have been doing this for quite a while at the School of Pharmacy at Temple because we see ourselves as being integral to the development of the workforce in the immediate area, in the immediate Philadelphia area and beyond. We have a very, very strong relationship with the pharmaceutical industry and the FDA in general. And among the things that we offer from the School of Pharmacy is we have a very small GMP lab. We're one of 6 GMP labs for solid dosage forms in schools of pharmacy in the country. We have the largest program in regulatory affairs and quality assurance in the United States. We just celebrated our 50th anniversary with that program. We have close to 100 instructors from the industry and from the FDA that provide several certificates and 3 master's programs to people in the industry and the FDA. We have a Center for Drug Discovery Research, which has helped to transform the research profile of the School of Pharmacy, and we now have 3 startup companies that have arisen out of the School of Pharmacy. We have a very strong program in proteomics and metabolomics. We have a very strong program in pharmaceutics, which Dr. Panyam has, of course, added to. We have a strong concentration in nano-drug delivery, and we look forward to a very strong future partnership with our industry colleagues here at Piramal. Thank you very much.
Again, good morning. My name is Stu Needleman, and in addition to being the Chief Commercial Officer for Piramal Pharma Solutions, I also serve as our Chief Patient Centricity Officer. And why I mention that is because our mission is to help reduce the burden of disease. We look at our customers' patients as our end customer, and that's who pays our bills every single day. So we're a patient-centric organization. And as part of that, this week we've actually had something called Patient Centricity Week. And all of our 13 sites have activities that are going on in recognition of Patient Centricity Week, as well as today is recognized as Patient Safety Day by the WHO. So there's special celebrations. And we actually had a global town hall today where we had customers join. We had some people talking about their own stories, where one of our site heads is actually, his wife is an essential worker, and how they're dealing with that, going to work as a respiratory nurse. We have an employee who had COVID, so we talked about that a little bit. So again, it just brings us all together that the reason we get up every single morning is to deliver medicine to patients. In my other role, I lead the sales or business development team looking for new customers. Several of them are here today, and they're the engine that feeds John's team to manufacture the medicines that end up getting to patients through our customers. Who are our customers? It's a mix. We work with multinational innovators. We work with biotech companies, and we work with the generic pharmaceutical industry. So fundamentally, anybody who's developing a molecule or a drug, whether it's the chemical, the API as we call it, the drug substance, or doing the drug product work like we're doing here, could be a customer of ours. And that's what we revolve around. We want to build strong relationships with our customers, and it starts with the sales team, and it ends with the execution and the delivery. So again, we're tied to our customers, we're tied to our patients, and that's what we exist every single day. So I just want to thank everybody for coming again today. It's my pleasure to introduce the Mayor, Thomas Huffnagel. And after that, by the way, one thing we want to mention to everybody, all of our esteemed guests and customers who are here today, in addition to watching the virtual tour, you can actually get a personal tour by some of our great employees here today. So we appreciate you being here. And for now, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. I purposely ordered this beautiful sunny day, but it did my heart good to come over the Cat Hill and actually see cars and people here. In 5 years, I got 2 notices that Teva was closing and C&G was closing. It's not a nice letter to open up because of the friends and the people that work the area, but to have another corporation come in, pick up the ball and run, and they are looking to the future, which is this area in the Penn Ridge area, is terrific. There's many people, there's many roads and transportation, and I'd just like to thank them for not giving us another empty parking lot. Thank you and good luck. And if you're interested in expanding, we have 4 plots left in the Sellersville Business Campus. Thank you.
All right, thank you to all the speakers. Thank you all guests for attending again. We're going to move now to the ribbon cutting ceremony, and after that, It's going to take about 15 to 20 minutes. We're going to have the virtual tour on the video for everybody to see. All right, thank you.
All right, so can we get some hands on that? Tell me when to cut it.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Welcome to Sellersville, Pennsylvania, home to Piramal's newest facility. It's 4th in North America and 13th around the world. USFDA inspected and EMA certified, this fully integrated site is designed for drug product and process development, clinical supply, and commercial manufacturing, and the packaging of solid oral dosage forms, liquids, creams, and ointments. Sellersville boasts approximately 220,000 square feet of manufacturing, laboratory, and office space, and separate entrances for visitors, employees, and contractors with a double-door entryway and check-in area for extra security. A second entrance for employees is on the backside of the building, which leads to the R&D wing. Visitors will be welcomed into a renovated reception area, and a cafeteria is also on site. The main hallway leads to the manufacturing suites, solid dose packaging lines, and eventually to the warehouse. The GMP manufacturing and packaging area features a gowning station upon entry. The solid dose manufacturing area leads to dispensing, which is equipped with 3 downflow booths. All are essentially equivalent rooms with 3 scales. A small scale measuring in grams, a larger unit that extends to approximately 140 kilos, and a floor scale that is able to weigh up to 440 kilos. The dispensing area also features a manufacturing electronic system, or MES. It's tied right into the Oracle system, which provides the precise weight for each ingredient as it is scanned. The system will sound a warning if it detects an insufficient or overweighed quantity. After dispensing, all controlled products must go back into the vault, while refrigerated products go into the refrigeration systems. Dispensing typically begins 1 day before production. An identification card or placard that identifies the material is printed via Oracle and is then placed on every drum. Those materials are then shrink-wrapped together to signify a batch or sub-batch. Then, when the material is dispensed, it's simply allocated to the batch. This system also ensures that the proper ingredients in the correct amounts are scanned and registered prior to granulation. Next is granulation. The Granulation A area features the smallest stationary V blender in the plant at 10 cubic feet. All V blenders smaller than 10 cubic feet are considered to be portable equipment and can be moved to any ancillary process rooms that have the appropriate plugging systems. Granulation A also has tray dryers and FD1, which is a Niro aromatic S8 800-liter fluid bed with top spray capability. Granulation B houses stationary blenders of 20, 50, and 100 cubic feet. The 50 and 100 cubic foot V blenders have a mezzanine above with a separate entranceway to allow for loading. In those cases, the blender is inverted and the operator utilizes a screening system to inspect the material as it goes into the blender. This is Granulation C, which features the FD3, a Niro aromatic MP fluid bed processing system with size 2, 3, and 4 bowls for approximately 20, 30, and 40 kilos. The fluid bed has top and bottom spray capability with use of a Worcester column in the Sellersville facility. This particular suite features a single airlock leading into 2 process rooms, which allows the operator to granulate the entire batch without transferring the material from the suite. Small-scale portable equipment used in the suite includes but is not limited to high shear granulators, milling equipment, and screening equipment. After that, compression. The Compression A area features a FET tablet press as well as a room for tablet testing. Weight, thickness, tablet hardness, and friability are tested during the compression operation. This part of the facility offers the opportunity to bring in a portable piece of equipment that requires a repair, preventative maintenance, or calibration. Compression A has glass panel rooms, which is very useful in development work because it allows for others outside of the room to watch the entire process as it occurs with only the essential personnel inside the room. One particular room is currently equipped with a Kikasui Libre 2 tablet press. Compression B features 3 rooms, each containing a Kikasui Libre 2 tablet press with forced compression control. Each room is equipped with a bin lift that also has a drum carriage that allows the use of bins or drums. The lifts can handle a bin up to 1,750 liters. That compression process utilizes forced compression control equipment and includes the use of a tablet deduster. Finally, all tablets are metal checked. The coating area consists of 2 48-inch coaters and one smaller coater that has 2 pans, 24 and 36 inches respectively. The 48-inch coaters have a working capacity of approximately 100 kilograms per pan. The 24 36-inch coater is a GMP coater, but typically is utilized for development during initial scale-up by R&D and/or process development. Coating is done by weight and volume, and in the same area, across the hall, is a process room for coating solution preparation. In addition, there is a separate room for tank clean storage. The aforementioned represents the original design of the facility, but Sellersville also offers a robust manufacturing operation. The newer manufacturing suites were designed to bring in dispense material that is completely manufactured in the suite, which includes granulation, compression coating, encapsulation, and upon completion of the manufacturing process, the product is then ready for packaging. Like many areas throughout the plant, it requires a badge for access for added security. Sellersville is a controlled facility with various DEA-approved vaults for whip. Within the Glat suite is a room with a 10 cubic foot V-blender with an agitator bar. 3 other granulation rooms, which include a solution prep room, bin blending room, and Glat fluid bed processing room. And finally, an encapsulation room. These suites are typically named for their fluid bed capability. The bead suite, for example, is also known as the Glat suite. The Glat fluid bed processing room includes a high shear mixer, bowl inversion systems, and a Glat fluid bed with bottom and top spray capability. The Glat fluid bed is equipped with a pump skid, typically used when spray granulating with the Worcester coater. This unit can be used as a dryer only for top spray granulation and for bottom spray granulation. The Glat suite boasts a solution prep room and bin blending capabilities with 3 different size bins, 400, 800, and 1750 liters. After granulation in the Glat suite, materials are transferred to the adjacent room, which is equipped with one of the site's 4 Bosch 1500 encapsulation machines. After the capsules are filled, they travel through a capsule polisher, then a check weighing unit, and finally the capsules are metal checked. The Sellersville site has 4 check weighing machines, 3 of which are Bosch KKEs, and are typically used due to their versatility and easier design with slightly higher capabilities. In certain instances, however, a Quali-Caps check weigher may also be used. Next down the hallway is the Vector, or Low Humidity Suite. While the typical humidity range is 30 to 60% relative humidity throughout the plant, the set point in the Vector Suite is less than 30%. The entire facility is controlled by a Building Monitoring System, BMS, which is used to monitor the temperature, humidity, and differential pressure throughout the building. BMS control panel units are stationed throughout the building and are typically in each individual area. They're built right into the wall, so team members can simply log onto the computer from whatever area they're working in. The Vector Suite has a 1,200-liter Vector fluid bed with high shear mixing capability in the same room. It also has bowl inversion capability. Any small processes, like screening or blending, occur in ancillary processing rooms within the suite that can also handle bin-to-bin blending and bin-to-bin screening. Additional compression work is also done in this area thanks to one of Sellersville's 6 Kikasui Libra 2 tablet presses, which in this case have a bin lift that is configured with a drum carriage. Upon compression operation completion, this suite also has coating capabilities. The Vector Suite has a process room with a 60-inch Thomas Engineering tablet coater. The 60-inch coater is typically used for high-volume, large-scale batches. If the batch is smaller, coating operations typically occur in another area of the plant that features a 36-inch and two 48-inch coaters. Similar to most manufacturing processing areas in the Sellersville plant, a washroom is in close proximity so that the materials are not transported around the plant. This minimizes cross-contamination risks. There are strict policies and guidelines in place regarding how and where to properly clean equipment to minimize any exposure, and the common areas are mopped frequently throughout the building. The newest washroom in the facility was designed to have bin washing capability using the CIP bin cleaning system that can be directly connected to the water system. This washroom has a dirty in and clean out airlock, which allows for a single pass directional flow when cleaning is performed. As part of that process, the water room produces 5 distinct types of water: potable water, hot and cold process water, and hot and cold purified water. Hot process water is used for all cleaning, followed by a purified water rinse for any product contact part or equipment. The final suite in the manufacturing area was designed to house a large fluid bed. While that area is not currently in use, the 2 ancillary process rooms are being utilized for encapsulation. Similar to the bead suite, these rooms also feature Bosch HKs with lift capability. 2 of Sellersville's Bosch HK units are also equipped with bead filling units. The facility also houses 2 manufacturing areas devoted specifically to liquids, creams, and ointments. This area devoted to creams and ointments consists of multiple tanks with counter-rotating blades. The facility offers the ability for high shear mixing and also features several smaller tanks, one with a tri-mix capability. Once that process is completed in the cream or ointment area, the product is transferred to 500-gallon holding tanks and then to the monoblock filling unit, which can handle everything from 15 to 16-gram tubes with current change parts. The second LCO area is liquid-focused and features multiple large-scale processing rooms with larger-scale tanks. One area features an airlock leading into 2 rooms, providing the ability to switch the amount of air exchanges and designed to be more high-potent capable. Many of the smaller LCO tanks are designed to be portable, while the larger-scale tanks are stationary to their specific rooms. A 10,000-liter jacketed tank is the largest tank on site. It offers the ability to transfer materials directly into one of 3 large holding tanks, which are then directly connected to one of the LCO packaging lines. One liquid line is designed to accommodate larger bottles up to a pint. The other is a Cap-O-Matic that fills by volume up to approximately 120 milliliters. Both lines are equipped with a fill room where the bottles are capped before they move to the secondary side for labeling and cartoning. Cartoning capabilities include folding and inserting, as well as the option to add a dropper or other component like an extra cap. Serialization capability on the liquid lines has not yet been completed. At the end of the main hallway is the warehouse area. As materials are brought into the facility, the shipment is thoroughly inspected by warehouse personnel. Upon acceptance of the shipment by warehouse personnel, the materials are immediately logged into the Oracle ERP system, and the incoming inspection team is notified of the receipt. The material is then staged for QC, incoming inspection sampling. Next, incoming inspection personnel pull the appropriate number of drums that are required, or containers, for sampling and testing purposes. After the material is sampled, it's sent back to the warehouse in a quarantine state. QC incoming inspection has a sampling booth located in the warehouse. The sampling booth is environmentally controlled and monitored, and there is an airlock leading into the actual sampling booth. The Oracle system tracks all the materials, and once the QC sampling takes place, those samples are sent up to the QC laboratory for testing and release. After testing has been completed, the materials are released in the Oracle system, allowing personnel to pull the appropriate material via a pick list. The warehouse facility features a large refrigeration unit as well as dock doors for inbound and outbound materials. Also, inside the warehouse is a small cubicle area for warehouse personnel. Located adjacent to that is an area used for staging materials when a pick list is generated. As soon as a pick list is run from manufacturing and/or packaging and sent back to the warehouse, the material is staged until it is ready for production use. This staging improves material flow efficiencies through the facility. The main warehouse has 2,800 pallet locations. It features narrow aisle racking, which allows for maximum storage capacity in the warehouse. The large warehouse lifts are locked down with a magnetic strip, which allows the lift to easily flow down the narrow warehouse aisles. The back portion of the warehouse also has a controlled cage area specifically for categories C3, C4, and C5. The facility can handle up to category-controlled substance C2. For that material, a control C2 vault is used. Across the hall from the warehouse are 2 of the 3 solid dose packaging lines within the Sellersville facility. Each of the facility's packaging lines consists of a primary and secondary room. In the primary room, products are exposed, which requires full gowning for all team members. The primary room includes the unscrambler with bottle blowout, desiccant feeder, strip packs, electronic filler for solid dose packaging lines, and capper. Once the product is capped, then it moves to the secondary packaging room for induction, sealing, labeling, outserting, bundling, and final serialization. A GMP corridor is stationed between packaging lines 1 and 2 and is utilized for additional component storage and separation between the 2 packaging lines. The primary or filler room on packaging line 1 has a 2-headed Kremer electronic filler that runs at approximately 60 bottles a minute. Each of the solid dose fill rooms have the capability to add a desiccant to each bottle and add cotton on top of the tablets or capsules after filling operations. Once the bottles are capped, they go over a gap transfer to ensure no tablets exit the filler room. The main difference between solid dose packaging lines 1 and 2 is that the fill room on packaging line 1 is a low humidity fill room with less than 30% relative humidity. Packaging line 2 is equipped with an IBC 120 monoblock filling unit and is a completely contained filling unit with dust collection connected directly to the encasement. This is designed to minimize exposure of uncoated tablets and to allow for slightly higher potent products. Packaging line 2 is also equipped with slightly higher speed equipment. The IBC 120 runs at about 120 bottles a minute, while packaging lines 1 and 4 run at about 60 bottles a minute. The packaging line 2 primary room also features a personnel gowning area, as well as a degowning personnel airlock with a misting shower. Next is the secondary packaging portion of each line. Once capped, the product exits the fill room and moves to the secondary side towards the induction sealer, accumulation table, and labeler. Then, the final packaging operation, individually hand packing each bottle or group of bottles into the shipper. Each of the lines are fully configured with multiple sensors and stops to prevent the need for an operator to remove bottles from the line. This aids in error prevention. Operators on the line replenish items like bottles, caps, labels, outserts, etc., and closely monitor the equipment to ensure the highest quality. It should be noted that AQL based-in process checks are performed throughout the entire packaging operation. These checks are performed on both the primary and secondary sides of the packaging line. It should be also noted that these lines are fully serialized with full aggregation. The lines at Piramal Pharma Solutions, Sellersville, are configured with an Optel serialization system. The Oracle ERP system is directly integrated with the Optel serialization system, meaning that an operator loads the batch number into the line manager and all appropriate parameters and recipes are automatically loaded. The primary bottle label is coded with the product lot, expiration date, GTIN, serialization number, and 2D matrix code. Each bottle label is 100% scanned and verified with an optical character recognition camera system. Next, the bottle label is synced with a bottom code applied at the bottle tracker, thus beginning the serialization aggregation process, which identifies each unique bottle with a unique number and allows it to be sorted by the scanning system. In all cases, the packaging lines are equipped with system scanning and reject systems. Only acceptable products can proceed down the packaging lines. Each reject system is challenged at minimum at the beginning and end of every batch. When acceptable bottles have transitioned down the entire packaging line, the final operation is to place each bottle into shippers or aggregating the bottles to case. When the bottles run through the bottle tracker, a unique code is applied to each bottle. That code is then synced up with the side 2D matrix code, one final scanning step to ensure personnel is aware of exactly which bottle goes into each case. Each shipper is packed inverted, so the bottles are layered upside down in the shipper. Each layer is scanned verifying the bottom code applied to each unique bottle. The system scans for the correct number of bottles and also ensures that each bottle is considered an acceptable unit. When the scanning system registers an acceptable reading, the indicator light turns green for easy observation and verification. If only one layer is in the shipper, the case may continue. However, if another layer of bottles is required, the aforementioned steps are repeated. Upon completion, the shipper can proceed, and at that point, another labeler applies an outer pack label or a shipper label to each case. After that is scanned, it's exited to the pallet, and when the pallet is complete, the system creates a pallet barcode. Research and development also take place at Sellersville, which houses an approximately 2,000 square foot R&D laboratory, a pilot laboratory, and multiple conference rooms and training facilities. Metric boards are placed throughout the facility as a means to track performance, communicate critical information to employees, and to ensure employees are well informed of critical information. Just as in the production areas, a badge is required for entry to the quality control laboratories. The QC laboratory is approximately 10,000 square feet, and a separate microbiology laboratory is also on site. Samples are brought to the QC sample check-in area, unless the product is a controlled substance, which would be brought to security operations. Quality control samples are logged into their fully electronic testing system, LIMS system. In the 10,000 square foot QC laboratory, the focus is on three main areas: raw materials, stability testing, and finished products. There is a special handling area within, as well as a physical testing room, dissolution bath section, and a separate balance room area. HPLCs are located throughout the laboratory with sufficient equipment excess capacity. Along the back of the laboratory are UV spectrophotometers and GCs. With its 220,000 square feet of manufacturing, packaging, and development, the Sellersville plant is now officially open for business. The newest addition to the global power of Piramal Pharma Solutions, adding capabilities for the development and manufacturing of solid oral dosage forms, liquids, creams, and ointments in North America.
Okay, hopefully everybody enjoyed the virtual tour of the facility and got a better perspective of the equipment and capabilities here at the Sellersville site. As Stu had mentioned, we're going to be still offering those who would like to go actually on a live tour while you're here. We will meet over in the parking lot over by the desk area over here, if you'd like to do that. For those others who would also like to stay for lunch, we'll be offering that in the cafeteria, the box lunch. And please, for all guests, we have a gift bag for you to take with you. So this concludes the event for today. Again, we'd like to thank you for coming, and please be safe. Thank you very much.